Hey guys, so after my last video, which was a review and swatches of the NYX loose eyeshadow pigments, a few of you guys said that you would be interested in seeing me doing a look with them, so that's what I'm doing. I decided to take my two favorites, which are Rust and Mink, and bring them together and create this. So if you guys want to know how to get this look, then just keep watching because I'm going to hop right into it. So I'm going to take my MAC paint pot in soft ochre and just apply this all over my lids and up to my brow bone, just to kind of act as a base for the eyeshadows that I'm going to be putting on, especially since they're loose pigments. They kind of need a little bit more to stick to. Okay, so before I go in with the NYX pigments, I'm going to take just a pretty neutral shade to put in my crease just to help transition the colors more. I'm just going to be using Naked by the Naked One palette, but you can use whatever you want, honestly, just as long as you have some subtle definition in your crease just to help your eyes pop a little bit and just to help the loose pigments blend and be one together. So I'm just taking this on a fluffy brush, and pretty sure you guys know what's up. So now that I'm done adding that definition to my crease, I'm just going to be taking the NYX loose pigment in the color Rust, which if you guys saw my review of these, you'll know that it's my favorite. So I'm just going to be taking this on a little flat shader brush like this, and I'm just going to be placing this in like the inner part of my eye and the outer part, because essentially this is going to be like a halo eyeshadow tutorial. You'll see what I'm saying. Let's do it. Okay, so like I said, just going to take this on this brush and tap off the excess because we don't want any fallout, and just start patting this on the inner part of my eye. And I'm patting because it helps the color or the pigment stay on, and it, like, you don't get as much fallout if you pat. So I'm just building the color. I'm leaving the very inner corner free of this color because I'm going to highlight that later. And I'm going to leave the center part basically blank, but if you get a little bit on there, it's okay. Now I'm going to take it to the outer part of my eye. And I'm going to kind of do it in like a V-shape motion. So just kind of paint the outer V on there. It's okay if it's not perfect. Just make sure you have it in the right place. And I'm going all the way up to that transition shade that we put in the crease. And you can build the color as much as you want. I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more on there because I like it pretty dark and opaque. And I'm just going to slowly start blending this in towards the middle part of my eye. I'm not going to like make the two parts meet necessarily, but just starting to blend it in a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and do this to the other eye. Oh. Fallout already. The padding failed me. By the way, quick tip, if you guys want this to be even more like metallic-y and sparkly looking, get your brush a little bit wet beforehand and it'll make the colors just pop even more. It's crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the fluffy brush that I used to put the transition shade in the crease, and I'm just going to blend these colors into the crease and connect them together, if you know what I mean. And I lost a little bit of pigment when I was blending out, so I'm just going to go back in and add a little bit more where I need to. I'm going to take this shade, which is Mink, and I'm going to put this on the center of my lid. I'm just kind of tapping it on in circular motions just because I feel like this helps center, what the hell? Just because I feel like this helps put the shade right in the center where you want it, and then it helps to blend it out a little bit. So if you want, you can just stop here with the upper lid, or if you're like me and you want to go a little bit further, you can just do the same thing essentially, but on the lower lash line. So that's what I'm going to do, if you didn't get that by what I just said. I'm going to go back in with the Rust color, just place that exactly where we put it up here, but I'm going to move it down here. I'm not going to worry about blending it yet because I'm going to do that in a second with a different brush. So I'm putting it on the outer part and then the inner part right here. and once again leaving this part blank. And I'm also connecting it with the stuff that we put on the upper lid just by bringing it up to the outer V right there. If you get fallout, don't worry about it, just take whatever brush you use to put on your powder foundation if you use that and just sweep it away. Okay, now obviously the lower lash line isn't blended at all, so I'm just going to be taking a clean fluffy brush like this and just blend out the colors. And I'm just doing this really softly because I don't want the colors to like fade away necessarily. So now I'm just going to go in with a highlight, and I'm just going to use this on the inner corners of my eyes and under my brow bones like always. I'm just going to take the lightest shade Virgin from the Naked palette and just going to place this right in here and up here. So now I'm moving on to eyeliner, and I'm just going to be taking my Stila Stay All Day waterproof liquid liner, and I'm going to be doing like a double wing just because I feel like living life on the edge today. I'm so bad at filming eyeliner. Will I ever learn, you guys? I don't know. So I'm starting with the upper wing that's going to be higher, and I'm just going to draw the little wing out and not go as low as I usually would, obviously, because there's going to be two. So now I'm just going to put on some mascara, and I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Shocking Extensions mascara. So that's pretty much it as far as the eyes go, and since it's pretty much a really warm look on the eyes, I decided to just go with more warm tones on the rest of my face. Like for example, for my blush I used MAC Warm Soul, kind of warm red peachy shade like this, and it's actually a really good bronze tone too for pale skin, so just went with this all over my cheeks. And for my lips I just used the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the color Lolita.